Alright, I'm going to start this intro, but I want to let you know before we start, this is me getting into the works of Leonardo da Vinci that is going to be extremely difficult to explain, but I hope you follow me. I hope I have the capability of giving you some percentage of what I mean. It is very, very difficult. So concentrate to try to follow my lead. Thank you. Now this is going to be very difficult. Very difficult, as I said on the intro. But for those who know what has been going on, I got to show you, well, you're going to have to go to proof 25. You're going to have to go to proof 23. You're going to have to go to Bill Gates. You know, give me a call. Those are three, okay? Those are three individual videos that will get you a little bit closer to what I'm going to tell you. Now, proof 25, we came out with this, and on the left is the devil, which is Soli Andre, and well, it depends on how you pronounce it, English or Italian, but these two images are identical. This is the X-ray that is out of my painting, and this is the X-ray that's out of the Mona. Now, if you follow those other YouTubes, you'll know what I'm talking about. But we're going to use these two as some examples back and forth. But I want you to see, you see on the far left corner, this so happens to be part of the doily. But if you really look at it, it looks like the snout of a dog. I just want to let you know that's his cartoons. That's the way it is with Leo. Now, he will put particular little images such as that, as maybe in the shade of here, in the shadow of that. I haven't examined it, but it's got the same cut, and it wouldn't surprise me if it is. But what we're going to get into is this image that is right here, that is my X-ray turned on certain angles. And what Leo does is absolutely insanely genius, because his images are tiny and then they're exploding in the sense of overabundant in size. So, for instance, that when you see the skull and that this whole image may be well, I have to take that back. well, forward or back, it doesn't matter because it's probably everything on top of it because of the learning. But you will find, like, through this nose and this little area here that would portray to be this area or so. It's going to get wild. Watch. Let me jump to just being myself for right now. Okay, you see how this black outline looks like legs hanging down the body and an arm going up and a little hair dewy? Well, black is a color, okay? And so when you end up taking this image, you can see the outline of the same curvage butt. See, the same curvage butt. And then he has it over here, and what he does is he makes this image, he makes this image, and he continues. Well, he does the same thing here. Watch. You see how it comes here and curves? Well, that is here too, and curves. See how it goes? It follows. And that's what he does over here. Now, I'm going to give you these pulls when I do, and it's not going to go through because it's like white on white, and it's very, very difficult, or black on black. But you can see how close I'm getting to when it overlays. Okay, that's nothing. So if I took this same image that you know that fits, see, you can see that the two would fit. And I take this same image and I overlay it to where I have to reduce it down to go around the body, you can see how it would fit around the body. And then you know the buttocks comes down here over the eyes. Then you can actually go even further and continue and continue. Well, what is also neat is each time you turn this, it also turns into the face in certain things. You see this curvature here? That matches in here on each turn. It's exact same curves. Well, let's see if I can get it up here. And when you play, see right here it does our right side, which is the left side. And then when you take and you turn it, well, before I turn it, I'm going to show you the other markings, then which line up. You see these lines that are floating in here, these certain curves, like this little curve. When you make it, you can see this little line with another little line. When you go into here, you can see the lighter part that he's trying to tell you about where it is, because what it does, it also floats in here with the two lines. So when you end up coming up here and you mark it up, you can see he gives you the marking for that also. And he gives you the marking of where the eyes go. Because it's not going to be a portrait of the X-ray of the portrait that you see, because this, let's say, is number 1,000 pulls. That means each pull, as you can see, this pull that you pull, what I mean is the layer of each changes. Just like this is one pull, this is two pull, this is three pull. That means they were pulled with different, like dimmer switch, getting brighter, brighter, lighter, lighter. Okay, so each pull, there's thousands of them, and you have to try to match this one to match this one, and then this one has to match this one, because they both have to be set at the exact way of his hidden code. Well, watch this. I'm going to put this down. So what he does is he takes his painting. This is funny. This is funny. He takes his painting and he keeps repeating his works. So this particular area with this that floats into here, lost my phone, okay, becomes, well, I'm jumping the gun. This is my man's hand. This is the hand and his arm. And if you take a look, I'm jumping, I'm sorry, because it's just in front of me and in the way. This face, this hand is this face. This hand is this face. So he keeps making his bodies over and over out of body parts. And no matter which way you turn it. Now I got more proof to show you in a better way. So that's a hand. And this is the hand itself. You can see the little fingers. So I'm going to put this down. And I'm sorry, I got to get this down regardless if you see it or not. So let me move this over a second to see where it's hiding. And here's the hand again, as you see. Here's the hand again. But that was the hand upside down. We're going to get to letting you know of his cheating. I'm going to jump around, I'm sorry. Now, in here is the G. Do you see the G coming jumping out at you? Now, it stands for Giovanni. This G right here. Now, I'm jumping around. I have to apologize, okay? But out of the G, if you pay attention how he grows, if you can kind of get a little bit, he makes the main eye of my man with the nose. This is the nose and such. He makes it a G, but he integrates it in a line, in a kind of like a funnel of a build. And so what comes out to P is L-O-V-E out of Giovanni also. So how does he get L-O-V-E? Okay, well, here's an L, here's the O, here's the V, and then he uses the E. Okay, he uses the E right here. And important, right here, as little and as big, because he keeps going bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, so he's got love and Giovanni in here. That's a code. He builds it out of his face. He loves it. Now here's the dog type thing with, or dog or wings or so that he uses out of the doily. But if you take also a look, this is only one layer out of thousands. He's got faces and stuff in here. So you could screen shoot this. And they're talking these images like grains of sand that we're seeing. Well, they're not just something buoyant like you're seeing. When you get into his image of, let's see if it's here. This may be it. No. This was another image which came out of a sketching that turned into the skull. So when you take this image and you turn it, this is another Leo's works, not out of the Mona, and you got the same image I did yesterday that's right there. See, just connect the dots. You see it, the two side by side? Okay. Well, I'm not getting everything I want because I'm at 14 minutes, but this particular image is this image right here. Dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. That's Leo hiding his work in a leaf that is turned. But when you turn the leaf, here's the cartoon that he's playing. It's a face. How's it a face? Watch. It's not only that, it's also a bird before it starts and stuff. But this man is a master. See, he's got birds and images and all kinds of things in here. What? See, he's got these little birds right here flying and little people in the head with doilies and stuff in here. Okay, well, here's an eye, here's the smiling nose, and here's the round face. And that was originally a leaf out of one of Leo's. And that is in the Bill Gates one, if you want to take a look to see how that one flies. But I'm going to put this off to the side, and I want to show you also this particular image. This particular image, which we're going to get into, is a image that actually comes out to be my man that was pulled out of the doggy. The doggy itself, when it got transformed, this little doggy that we're dealing with, became into, guess what? This little blue. And here is my man's face. And here's my man's face hidden in the doggy that we are talking about. But when you end up changing it, it ends up right in here under the lines. What is neat, this is what's neat, I have another YouTube because I'm running slow. I see if I can get it in. What happens is when you take his forms, let's see if I have it, that I haven't messed up yet. No, not that. Let's see if this is it. No, not that. If you take his forms, no. What happens is he builds his forms in his forms. I don't know how to explain that like that, but I think I just did. But what happens is somehow it disappeared in this group. Well, here goes what I'm going to show you. These forms right here, you see these writing forms right here, how they're written and all blurred out and throughout. Well, if you see these little indentations in here, these are his writing texts that I haven't got into a lot of his writing texts, but in these writing texts, he lets you know where he highlighted that he put the portrait in his writings. So what his words are written in books that he has of his cortex is in these writings to prove that, they exist. So, and it gets a little bit more wilder. Let's see if I can get these gloves off. And I'm going to show you something that might make it in time. And out of that, it's going to be to where I have to set this up because somehow it is hitting wrong. Okay, it's sitting off. I have to turn the camera, and when I turn this camera, it's going to go to this image. Believe it or not, this image I'm almost done. Believe it or not, that funny looking piggy looking guy right there, okay, all the lines, is what this came out of to get my man. Watch. I have it on two different computers, but it's funny. It really is. It is actually that hidden in depth. And this image is actually this image of my man is the dog. And I'm running low. So, hey, remember, I got to let you go. I had to get it written down. And with that, I got to say, listen, wash your hands, social distance, and wear a mask. Respect your neighbor's wishes of wearing a mask. And with that, also, YouTube Kids is awesome. Awesome. A blessing that has been given to us highly. And what I want you guys to do is say your prayers. And may God bless the whole world, the whole universe, and the whole heavens. And you have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful life. Safe. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Pass the word of God and my YouTube. In Jesus' name, amen.